Is this in 3D?
It is in 3D.
How exciting. You ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
That's right. My name is London Andrews. Indeed, I am a nude model from Rochester, New York, which was once Austin, Texas, which once was Syracuse, which also once was my car.
And how did you get into modeling?
I was going to art school and there was a photographer that didn't have any money to pay any models because he was broke. And he was complaining about it because he had a project due. And he was like, oh, I wish I could find somebody to take their clothes off for me. And I was like, I'll be naked for you. So I worked with him and his project was really amazing and won all sorts of awards. And he asked me if I wanted to be on Model Mayhem, which is one of the largest networking modeling sites that's kind of like for the underground nude models. And from there, I started getting hired.
What is it like to be a traveling nude model?
It's freedom. It's tits. It's ass. I deal with like everybody from top of the top, like totally professional. They shoot commercial projects, all the way down to your next door neighbor, that creepy little old man with the pug dog. Yeah, he hires me sometimes. I come over to his house and I take my clothes off. It's really fun. I can go anywhere in the United States in only 2 weeks' notice. I prefer glamour work just because I'm a really curvy model and I love being able to like make curvy beautiful and make it more mainstream. But there's like fine art, which doesn't get that much recognition because anybody can be any size in fine art. But for glamour work, it's a little more difficult to find somebody that wants to hire somebody that's a larger model. I'm almost 200 pounds. For me to make a living at this job, it's really impressive.
Have you ever had any other photographers you've been creating?
Only one in Los Angeles. You're the second person that I worked with this reading. You weren't my first.
What was the other one like?
The other one was a pie to the face, and it splatters everywhere. And it like comes out at the camera and hits the camera, and the pie goes all over. Whenever you get put on the spot to talk about your craziest story, it's really difficult. But one time I had a photographer hire me and he dressed me up in his mom's clothes and he wanted me to walk around and strip. That was real creepy. I had a photographer try to pay me with his pet turtle once. He didn't have enough money, so he kind of had mental things going on in his head, but he came up to me and he was crying and he was like, you can have my turtle! Oh my god, take my turtle! I worked with a guy and he was so nervous that his neighbors were watching through his windows that he started like piling cardboard boxes in front of the windows, like Legos, in front of every single window that he owned. And I was like thinking at any moment I was gonna die, so I was really like, I had like one hand on the door as he was doing this. But yeah, there's some crazy stories. One time I worked with a midget that only spoke Spanish, and he was trying to show me how to pose, and he's standing on top of his table and he's all like, it's really cute. I am a 38F now. When I first started, I was a 36 double D. But slowly I've gotten even curvier. My ass went poof, and my tits went poof. But my waist stayed the same size. So now I'm just crazy proportion. I started when I was 21, and I'm now 27, and I'm gonna be turning 28 in like maybe 4 months. So almost 7 years of modeling. This is my last year. I'm actually in school right now, and school ends in May, and I'm looking to get like a permanent job in Rochester for as long as I'm in Rochester. Yeah. And maybe one book.
Yeah.
Oh.